think this term superstar is thrown around too easily. I think I think that the superstar thing, has to go with the guys that, I mean, you got to win a championship to get a superstar. Like if we're really like, obviously Jason Tatum is ridiculously talented. He's had some great games, but when you think of superstars, then maybe we have to call super duper stars, because I think that only a few could be called superstars. I mean, he had a bunch of games last year in the playoffs that it was touch and go. He's had games this playoff season that he's been touch and go. And I think that, when you go with superstars, I think it should only be a few. Like, I think James Harden is a star. Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid is a star. I think that Steph is a superstar. Kevin Durant is a superstar. LeBron James is a superstar. Giannis is a superstar.
What about
Devin Booker is not a superstar.
Wow.
In my opinion, he's the same place with Jason Tatum. Like, you guys show up to the game. You're the first to show up on the fashion line every single day, dressed to the nines. You're talking that Mamba mentality, blah, 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 and then you get bumped for whatever reason it is. The elite of the elite are the superstars. I guess it's a matter of opinion and all that stuff, but you can't put Jason Tatum in the same category as LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. You just can't. So maybe we come up with another term.
Yeah.
But yesterday, let me just say something. B. Marsh, like your drip is always on point, but your hat yesterday, come on, man.
You wasn't feeling that?
No, you could pull it off. I'm just feeling like for today, you came in kind of understated for me. I take it as a sign of disrespect.
Really? No, look. I got the Ashley Nicole Mosses on right here. Look.
He leaves master shoes with the bandana.
Ashley, she loved this particular shoe, this particular cut. But you don't see it. It's not subtle. It's just a hint. You have the swag rag. They call it the soldiers. And then I got the boom, just really nice and easy.
Okay.
You feel me? Because sometimes, like you said, sometimes these guys, they put too much stock into this stuff, and they do too much. Sometimes being simple says everything, Rap. Says everything.
Too much. And also, these guys like announcing, I'm going off of social media during the playoffs. Ooh, maybe you should be on social media more, Jason Tatum. But I don't know why you announce it. Just be off social media. I don't know why the announcement has to come.
Right. Well, they just want everybody.
Well, he didn't announce it. He was asked about if he was seeing all the stuff being said about him on social media, and he said, "No, I deleted Twitter before the playoffs." So
I don't believe that. I don't believe anybody that spends that much time dressing up for games doesn't go back on there to look at the response to him dressing up for games. And I'm a fan. But to say this dude is elite, he's not.
So let's do this because all three of us said something different when it came to the definition of superstar, right? Even Ashley, which I do agree with her on this point. When you talk about superstar, you got to account for things off the field, off the court, right? And so there's guys that, what Ashley said yesterday, have those signature shoes or they're in commercials. But I have Luka and Ja Morant as superstars. Am I off here?
Yeah, I think I mean. Again, it's a matter of what the definition of superstar is. Are they because they're famous, because they're popular, or because they're when I think of superstars, when I'm talking about it right now in the NBA, I'm talking about dudes who have all the talent and have stepped over that mountain. And it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring. And that doesn't mean to say that, everybody's going to win a ring. Not everybody is going to win a ring. We've seen it, whether it's AI, whether it's Karl Malone, whether it's Patrick Ewing, whether it's Carmelo. There's a list of incredible players. But I feel like one of the things that I get frustrated with, with NBA now, with the culmination of the branding of it, the culmination of the commercials, of the sneakers, of the endorsements, of the Instagram, Luka, sick talent. Luka hasn't won jack bone. Luka hasn't figured out how to win. He hasn't. Ja Morant, sick talent, same thing. He hasn't figured out how to win, anything. So I until you really figure out how to go over that mountain, and you got to get knocked down,
right,
over that mountain. And, Giannis did it. Kevin Durant, for whatever it's worth, he did it. I think he's in a weird place because like Durant, he still hasn't done it outside of being with three other, stars and, one, ridiculous star being Steph and Clay and Draymond being a superstar in his own right. So, I mean, we could say that Draymond Green, is he a superstar?
No.
He's got 4 championships.
I can't put him in there.
He doesn't score all the points, but what he's added to those, is he a superstar? We know him. He's got endorsements. He's got a podcast.
I would say he's famous. I would say he's famous. I wouldn't even put Draymond in as a star. Now, did he play a huge role or does he play a huge role in that organization's success? Absolutely. If he's not there, they may not win half of those titles, but I can't put him in as a superstar star.
Is Clay?
I mean,
would you call Clay a superstar?
Nuts, truthfully.
Yeah. Why do we sound nuts?
We're talking about Jason Tatum, who's been to, I believe, 3 or 4 Eastern Conference Finals in 5 years, 1 Finals. He also just broke Larry Bird's single season record for most points by a Celtics player, 30 plus. Last person, like I said, Larry Bird had it with 29. He holds multiple records in the NBA, and he's not even 25 years old yet. Yeah. So if that doesn't if we're not talking superstar, if we're sitting here saying that rings don't necessarily make or break a superstar, all of the accolades that Jason Tatum has acquired thus far.
Rap is saying that you need a ring. He's saying you need a ring. I'm not saying that.
No, he's saying you don't always need a ring, which I agree with. I don't think you always need a ring to be a superstar. Sometimes superstars don't get it done with rings. Dan Marino's in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't have a Super Bowl.
Dame Lillard, is he a superstar?
That's a good one.
Again, I put Dame Lillard in the Jason Tatum. Listen, Luka and Ja Morant are not where Dame Lillard and even Jason Tatum are. Is Donovan Mitchell a superstar? I love Donovan. Is he a superstar? Because he won the dunk contest, because he's put up 71 points. Does that make you a superstar? I think it's just about the definition. I think it's just about what we're considering it. Maybe superstar and champion is 2 different things. Listen, these guys are all sick, ridiculous players that we're talking about. All of them are ridiculous. But when you go to the other level of there's only a few guys that are, in my opinion, that other level. And I think it's because they went over the hump and they won that championship while they're still playing. Now, when you're in retirement, it's a different thing how you look at it. But while you're still playing, I think the superstars that are still playing are the ones that have won it. I think Joel Embiid, he's a superstar, but he ain't Giannis.
How is Joel Embiid a superstar? He hasn't won anything.
But that's what I'm not disagreeing with you, and I'm not agreeing with you. I think that it's a matter of what we're considering a superstar is. Maybe like I said, maybe we need to come up with super duper star.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
Like I said,
we should start defining these things.
Damian Lillard is a superstar. Jason Tatum is a superstar. John Morant, Luka, superstars. I think superstar is what your impact is on your court, on the court. It's what your impact is on your individual team. It's what your impact is within the game of the NBA in general. And also, a superstar transcends the game. We're talking about players who have signature shoes.
That means nothing. The shoes mean nothing.
Signature shoes aren't just handed out. There's only 12 players or 13, I believe, in the NBA who have signature shoe deals with major brands.
So that means all 12.
They're not handing them out.
So all 12
LeBron,
of those.
KD, Devin Booker, John
Booker
Morant.
shouldn't have a shoe.
Devin Booker's not a superstar?
Like I said, I'm not saying that Devin Booker's not dope and he's not nice.
He's not a superstar, Michael Rapaport. Did you watch him in that Suns series?
Yeah. How many games did they lose in?
We're not talking about that's more of the impact or rather the conversation of less than not having depth, not having
Zion got a shoe.
Did you watch
Zion has a go. Sorry, go ahead.
Zion a superstar?
Zion was a superstar coming out of college. His career has not manifested into what we thought, but he 100% was a superstar coming. He was the biggest college prospect coming out of the draft that year, and probably
he got a shoe that he barely even played in because he can't stay healthy.
That's a different, but that's something something you can't predict. We're talking about what his impact was to go ahead and get the shoe in the first place. James Harden, when he got his signature shoe, he was in the peak of his career. The next year, he won MVP.
LaMelo Ball has a signature shoe.
LaMelo Ball was a huge draft pick. And his
Harden,
career, he's been hurt, so we don't really know what his career is going to look like. But
unfortunately, but I'm just saying that we need to come up with another term. Like, do you think that the guys we just mentioned are in the same category with Steph Curry?
Steph Curry is a champion, but if we're taking rings out of the equation and we're just talking about superstar talent, Devin Booker is in the same conversation as Steph Curry.
Superstar talent is different than being an actual superstar. If we're just talking
superstar, if we're taking rings out of the equation, because you yourself said not all superstars win rings, which I agree with. Not all Hall of Famers win rings. Charles Barkley, Hall of Famer, doesn't have a ring. Right.
But my brother B. Marshall, some superstars, some Hall of Famers, we don't even get. You know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Some Hall of Famers, we don't even get playoff wins.
Am I a superstar? Was I a superstar, Ashley?
I'm talking about basketball right now. And what I'm saying is, if we're taking championships out of the equation, because I do agree with you there, not all superstars, not all legends win rings or trophies, whatever you want to go ahead and say it. But if we're just talking about what a superstar is by definition, impact in the game and outside of the game, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Jason Tatum are, yes, all in the same conversation.
No.
Damian Lillard, absolutely. No. Giannis, yes. LeBron, yes. They're all in the same conversation.
You can't put LeBron James, Steph Curry, Giannis in the same category with guys that haven't made it even to the finals outside of Jason Tatum, who disappeared in the finals partially.
All right, let's do this. Before we move
Damian
on. Hold on, Ashley.
Damian Lillard's not a superstar to you?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just saying, listen, I have been ride or die for Dame Lillard. Ride or die for Dame Lillard. But I don't put Dame, I'm not saying he's not a superstar talent, and we could keep going in circles. I'm just saying that as far as champion, elite, super duper star, one like a planet, let's call it this. There's superstars and then there's planets. Dame Lillard is not a planet. Here, what about Klay Thompson? Is he a superstar?
Klay Thompson, no. You think Klay Thomps's a superstar?
I didn't think you were going to consider him a superstar.
See, now I got to walk off. I'm going to come back. I just
Hold on a second. Klay Thompson, superstar.
Honestly, I was with him all the way up until that point.
Klay Thompson's a superstar, but Jason Tatum isn't?
All the way up until that point.
Is that where Klay Thompson's a champion, but does it make him a superstar? For that matter, why is Draymond not a superstar? He has just as many rings as
Hold on,
Klay
let him clarify. Let him clarify, because I want to be clear.
He might need to clarify.
So did he say, you asked him if Klay Thompson was a superstar?
He asked it.
He asked me if Klay Thompson was a superstar. And I said no. Because for that argument, why is Draymond not a superstar?
Did you say
they have the same amount of rings?
So Michael, are you saying?
It comes down to.
Sorry, Michael, are you saying that Klay's a superstar?
Listen, at this point in his career, and I'm never going to disparage Klay. Mama called him Klay. I'm going to call him Klay. But at this point in his career, like this season has been inconsistent. But to say that Klay Thompson isn't a superstar.
So how is Draymond not a superstar? They have the same amount of rings, if that's your argument.
In my opinion, when we talk about superstars, here, this is the way I'm articulating it. Would you consider Denzel Washington and The Rock the same caliber of actor?
No.
Okay, right? And we love The Rock, we love Denzel, but for completely different reasons. Mm-hmm. But The Rock, worldwide, is more popular and probably worth way more money than Denzel Washington. But Denzel Washington is that dude. It's like Robert De Niro and like Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds probably has made way more money than Robert De Niro, but Robert De Niro is a game changer. Robert De Niro is a champion. Ryan Reynolds, he's dope. He's entertaining. I'm looking at it like that. If that's the comparison, if that makes sense to you, that's what I'm saying. It's not to disparage The Rock. It's not to disparage Luka, but you ain't Steph Curry. You ain't LeBron James. You ain't Kevin Durant.